Hello. I am missing seeing everyone. And today we're going to do our next Sunday school lesson. So this lesson has to do with going on a trip. And I'm sure many of you have gone on trips. And with this trip, they're going 7 miles. So if you were to drive in a car, 7 miles, that would be not as far as it takes for Faith to drive home from church, because she's about 9.5 miles away. But they were walking. They didn't have cars. So if you think about walking somewhere, for an adult, 7 miles, that would take 2 or 3 hours. If they're lucky. With kids with them, it would take even longer. We're going from Jerusalem to Emmaus, a 7-mile trip. Now I'm going to go back a little bit with the book that I have. This is from when my kids were little. So remember what Michelle was talking about last week. The friends took Jesus down from the cross and placed him in a new grave. Well, this is from Easter week, of course. And they put the big stone around it. And then, on Easter Sunday, when the women went to the grave was open, and Jesus wasn't there, remember? But then an angel came and talked to the woman and said, Jesus is risen. Go and tell the disciples. And that's what she did. So, here we come to today's story. Here are 2 men. We know one of them is named Cephas. So they're walking to the town of Emmaus. And they're sad because they don't know what's going on. Their friend died, and they thought he was going to be like the king. And he died, and he got laid in a tomb, and then he was gone. So yes, the women did talk to an angel, and the angel did say that he's risen, but they didn't understand it. So they're walking, maybe they're an hour into their walk, and a 3rd man joins him. Now, with this man, the thing is, he doesn't know what they're talking about, and they're really surprised. How could you not know what was going on in Jerusalem? So they explained it to him. They explained how sad they were and how they don't understand what was going on. Jesus then, and they didn't recognize him still, Jesus explained all the Old Testament to them about why it is that Jesus had to die on the cross. He explained a lot of things to them. It was very surprising. Then they got to Emmaus. Remember, they've been walking a long time. And they say to Jesus, please come and have a meal with us. But remember, this is a stranger they're talking to. But they said, please come in and have a meal. So Jesus sat down with them. And then he said a blessing over the bread. And at that point, their eyes were open. They saw it was Jesus. And then at that point, Jesus disappeared. He just was gone. So the 2 men, they ran back to Jerusalem to tell everyone that they had actually seen Jesus. Because at this point, it had only, the women had seen the angels. So they ran back to Jerusalem. This page is actually from the next lesson when Jesus comes and sees all of them. But the thing that is exciting about today's lesson is that Jesus came and made himself known to them.